Okay, ready to record. Okay. Hi everyone. I am doing the video because I went to see an RE today, which is a reproductive endocrinologist. This is going to be about infertility and trying to have a baby and all the TMI in the world. So if you do not care about that stuff, then don't listen. But if you care about what I'm going through, um, and you're maybe not interested in infertility, or you're not bothered by it but just want to know what I'm going through, is fine. But I just want to let you guys know what this is about before you watch it. So okay. um Not sure if you can see this, but that's what I got today. It's a binder. um and Oh, lovely drawing of your insides. Don't you just love it if you're female? This is the female reproductive system. And this down here is the chart of what your body should look like when it's, through the cycle. Okay, so basically it started out, I'm telling my doctor that, you know, basically I have, excuse the closet in the background right there, sorry. We just moved into a new place, and everything is everywhere. So there's cords over here. There's actually a bunch of boxes over there in that corner. And right behind me there's another stack of boxes. That's why I can't close the closet door. So I'm sorry that you have to see that. So please excuse that. Okay. Um, I told him that I posted this on Facebook. I said, I feel like I'm going to see the wizard, but I already know what's behind the curtain, and there's nothing in that black bag for me. So, on one hand, I felt totally hopeless, and basically, you're too fat, what are you doing here, type of thing. And then on the other hand, I thought, why am I even going and wasting my money? And yes, we had to pay out of pocket to see somebody that's just going to, tell me that. I will say that I'm 41 years old, and I feel like I'm at the end of my, time's running out. Like the alarm's about to sound on my on my biological clock. So, it's ticking loudly for me. For you that don't know me, real quick, history of my, um, um, of what I've gone through so far. I've had 6 losses in 1 pregnancy. She's 14, amazing child. And the first two miscarriages happened in the first month. My third was my daughter. My fourth was a DNC. My fifth was, they believe, were twins. One was on top of the uterus and one was inside. They had to cut me from belly button to pelvic bone to go inside, and they removed a glob of, a glob, blood clot, or not blood clot, but it was just a glob of blood and stuff like that that settled on top of the uterus, and they believe that that was worm that was forming outside the uterus, and that there was a pallida ovum that was inside the uterus, and they believe that it was twins that didn't make it. Um, and then I think it was my fifth, um, my sixth pregnancy was my son Michael. He was 12 and a half weeks, and I labored. I had labor, and I had to push him out, and he was the size. he was encapsulated, and he was the size of a turkey leg, maybe a little bit bigger. Um, and that was when I found out that I had extremely low progesterone, and that was what was wrong with me. And when I mean extremely low, it was 0.04. Um, so, anyways, um, after that, that was in 2001 or 2, I believe, and um, I had nothing. There was no pregnancies up until 2009 or 10. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Um, I found out I was pregnant. Didn't, like I said, within that span, I was surprised that I had even gotten pregnant. Um, and there was no baby in the uterus. There was, they couldn't really find it. They said I was too early. That's why I wasn't showing up. One doctor said it was probably an ectopic. I had something in my ovary, and then the next time they did it, they saw that was clear, but it was in the other ovary. And so it was probably follicles, or they didn't look into it. They just, anyway. So I had to wait a month for my levels to come down, and it was hell, but we got through it. And so that's the history of my baby making days, and hopefully they're not over. But so all this time, I am being told by doctors that my weight is the problem. You're too fat. Go lose weight, and everything will be fine. Um, First of all, I have to say that most doctors are crap, and most doctors only learn what is taught in the books, and that's all they believe is the deal. And if you are outside the box or the realm of what they learned in school, it's all in your head, or it's their fault. It's your fault, not theirs. That's been my experience with doctors, except for a very select few. And that's what I have to say about doctors. But anyway, so you know, I I found out today by the RE that it's gonna make me cry again. Um, I didn't get upset until after I left the doctor's office, because I was like, it occurred to me over the time I left the office to get into the car, and driving about a block away, my mind was thinking that all this time, all this time, I asked the doctor, I said, so what's causing the weight gain? What's causing the low progesterone? And he said, you're not ovulating. And I'm like, well, what does that really have to do with it? I mean, honestly, what does it have to do with it? And he said to me, he said, when you ovulate naturally, right after you ovulate, your body starts producing progesterone. And the light bulb went off. Well, it took a while for it to come on. But I'm like, nobody out of the OBs and the specialists and everybody that I seen, and every doctor that I seen, never told me that. Never said, let's try something different besides nothing. It's just. Anyways, I've seen this diagram 1,000 times. I know this inside and out, literally. But it's been 10 minutes, and I want to stop. I can go longer, but my computer won't process it. So I'll do a part 2.